Okay, so first mission of 7th edition. We got Deadlock. We're using the objective cards. Apparently we start with 6 and then we work our way down. At the moment we're just going to play with the Vanguard Strike out of the book. We've placed the 6 objectives on the table, so we've got one over here, one over there, one in the middle, one in that corner, and one in the blob of ruins next to the church. And you can see it there. Okay, and we have the new Adeptus Sororitas versus Orks. We are bringing Forge World, so I have 5 troops, a 10-man blob of sisters with a heavy bolter and Jacobus, 2 5-man sisters with heavy bolters and priest, 2 7-man sisters with a heavy bolter melta-gun and a priest, and then 2 Dominion units with 3 melta-guns, 2 bolters. I did bring the Vengeance Weapons Battery with the quad las cannons. The 2 7-man sisters units are mounted in repressors. The 2 smaller 5-man sisters are mounted in 2 immolators with twin link meltas. I do have 2 exorcists, 1 Avenger Strike Fighter, and the 2 Dominions have their 2 immolators with twin link meltas. And then our Orc player has, what do you got?
We got Wazdaka on a bike with 7 biker boys, knob, boss pole, power claw, 2 squads of 12-man ludas, and then we have a converted truck with 12 boys, rocket launcher, knob, boss pole, power claw, and we have basically clones of the same thing over here. I did bring a warp head. We do have a Decker jet with an extra set of guns, 3 Def Copters with twin-linked rockets, a small war buggy unit. They both have twin-linked rockets. One is a buggy, one is a war truck. And then we brought a looter wagon with a boom gun, rocket launcher, big shooter. It does have a reinforced ram. So.
Okay. And we're playing 1850, and the Orcs are going to deploy first, and we'll come back after deployment. Okay, so before the game begins, we've got the Orcs all piled up on this side of the table in the woods and ruins and all kinds of other stuff, and the Adeptus Sororitas are piled up down here ready to move out and onto the objective, since they have only 1 in their deployment zone. I guess, so are the Orcs going first or second, Eddie?
We're going to go first.
So the Orcs are going to go first. It is night fight. We'll see what happens after turn 1. Okay, so end of turn 1 for the Orcs. The truck got stuck over there, immobilized. Wazdeka and his group of bikes turbo boosted up to claim objective number 2. These 2 trucks sped up, didn't claim anything. The Depcoptas claimed objective 5, so far the Orcs have 2 objectives. Most of the rest of his shooting was relatively ineffective. The sisters lost 3 models out of that unit. Everybody else is fine. So, coming back after sisters turn 1. Okay, so end of sisters turn 1. They moved up a little bit. Shot the truck, didn't do anything. These 2 shot the truck and scored that objective, so I have 1 victory point. The Exorcist completely missed. The Vengeance Weapons Battery didn't do anything. The Repressor really didn't do anything. The 2 immolators rolled horribly. These guys didn't have a target. The other Exorcist shot like mad into the stunned Orcs, blew it up, just barely. It ramshackled. They're all crammed in the corner there. Did kill 5 in the explosion. This unit with the Repressor did kill, what, 3 bikes? 2 bikes.
Yeah, 2 bikes.
2 bikes. But they didn't fill their checks, so there's probably a charge coming over there. And I still have reserves. Eddie has 2 victory points. I have 1 victory point. And we're going to start Orcs turn 2. Okay, so Orks turn 2, flyer came on, got intercepted by those two, only took a hull point, but it snapped firing. The bikes, of course, charged in, but wasn't able to kill the priest and the last veteran sister. These guys charged forward a little bit. Buggies, did the buggies kill the one immolator?
Yeah, they did.
So I've got an immolator dead. The Orks got out of the truck and killed the repressor. The Coptas pretty much didn't do anything, and the Ludas haven't been terribly effective this game. The looted wagon did kill one sister over there with Jacobus. And Eddie scored like 5 victory points this turn?
4 this turn.
4 this turn.
Yep.
For destroying units and killing people in hand-to-hand and all kinds of other fun stuff.
And securing Objective 6 twice.
So the game definitely takes longer to play than 6th, and because I'm about to bring on reserves. So end of Sisters turn 2, I got all of my reserves. So both the Dominion units came on over here. The flyer came on. We shot up the what are those guys called?
The Ludas.
The Ludas, wounded them pretty good, but didn't kill them all off. The immolator shot across and killed off the looted wagon. Jacobus and his sisters shot into this unit a little bit, didn't really do much. The unit that killed the repressor got flamed and boltered and melted gun to death by the unit that got out of the repressor. The 3 sisters with the heavy bolter shot into that unit that got out of the other truck that got blown up by the exorcist, and they fell back all the way over there. The buggies, one got killed, the other one got its weapons blown off. The Coptas are still fine. The other blob of looters still haven't been shot at. Those guys are still okay. Well, they lost a guy to a heavy flamer. Wazdaka and his other bike finished off the priest and the veteran sister, but did lose a guy. The Dakajek's about to die because it's locked, and it's going to land on top of that immolator and die a horrible death. And I scored 3 objective cards that turn, and we already did Eddie's like 50 billion objective cards. So we're about to draw back up and start turn 3 for the Orks. So into turn 3, not a lot has changed on the sister side. The Ludas are still there. Damn it, I can't remember what those guys are called.
The Ludas. Those are
the Ludas. Okay, the Ludas shot up these people, killed one sister. The blob of Orks that were falling back finally rallied and moved forward. Those guys came out. His war boss and the other guy finally killed off the repressor. The Coptas failed to charge into these guys. And beyond that, not too much happened on their turn. And Eddie scored 2 more victory points? 2 more victory points. So we're about to go into Sisters turn 3. Alrighty, so we did a bunch of shooting into the Ludas. They're still there. We shot a little bit into those Ludas. They went to ground, so they're snap firing next turn. The sisters and the immolator jumped the wall to move into enemy's deployment zone. The flyer came over and erased that smaller blob of Orks. This unit, the Exorcist and the Vengeance Weapons Battery shot into the Death Coptas, killed one, put a wound on another one. The Twin-Linked Immolator, the Exorcist, and the other Vengeance Weapons Battery shot into the 2 bikes and did nothing. I scored 3 more objective markers this turn, and we're about to go into Orks turn 4. So the Orks are getting fewer and fewer. These guys moved over to score objective 5 or claim objective 5. Those guys moved up to claim objective 4. Wazdeka moved over to blow up the Vengeance Weapons Battery. Eddie scored 3 more victory points. The Ludas really didn't do much. So we're going to go into the bottom of 4 for the sisters, and we'll be back after that. Okay, so end of sisters, turn 4. We're about to go in.